Hi guys, it's David Shipp here from coachingconstruction.com. I just wanted to jump on the camera today and just give you a bit of background to where the whole idea of coaching construction came from. When I graduated many years ago now, I did about a year in industry, and then because all my friends were doing it, I decided to book a ticket and travel around the world for a year. Now during that year I did, all the sightseeing, all the visiting, all the travelling, all the fun activities like skydiving and whitewater rafting and everything. But the other thing that I did a lot of was reading, and I've probably read more in that year than I have previously to it and afterwards, because you have so much time in your hands, you've always got a book on the go. And what's great when you're traveling is that when you visit hostels, they'll often have bookshelves, and the idea is that when you finish reading your book and you want a new one, what you'll do is basically put yours on the shelf, take another one down, and then travel with it, reading it, and then next hostel that you meet when you finished your book, again, book on the shelf, take another one, and it's like a mobile library. And when I was in New Zealand on my travels, I came across this book here, and this has been the catalyst for my ideas for coaching and construction, really, because it's this book is it's called Fish Tales, and at the top here it says real life stories to help you transform your workplace and your life, and it also says here the #1 way to boost morale. So the reason why this stood out to me was because, as I said, I did a year of industry before I went travelling, and I also did a year out from industry, a year out from university. So my third year of university course was also a year out in industry. And what I found is on both occasions was that this thing morale. So let's talk about morale first. So morale to me is, it can be very individual, but it's also something that is an energy in a workplace. So we'll all have experienced it. It doesn't have to be in the workplace, but where is morale? Like, how are you feeling? And what can we do to increase it? Because no one wants low morale. I don't think. I've spoken to hundreds of people about this subject, and nobody wakes up in the morning and kind of goes, right, I want to work in a place with no morale, low morale. So this energy, this environment is something that I didn't experience in my first 2 years in industry. Well, there were moments, but on the whole, morale was low. So was it just because of the industry I'm in, or does it happen elsewhere, in other industries? Is it just something you have to deal with? What is this thing? So I've read this book, loved it that much that I thought I won't take my chances and see when I put this on a bookshelf that there'll be another one about it. So I decided to invest in a book, use some of my travelling money, and buy this one here, so this one's also called Fish. And this is basically the prequel to the one that I just showed you there. So this is the methodology. So this is how you increase morale. And great book, as is the one that I just showed you. I'll put the links in the underneath the video here. And what I want to talk about here is really the, I suppose the light bulb moment for me was that this is based on a fish market. Now you might be wondering, fish market, what's that got to do with construction? Because the real learning that I took from these two books was that it doesn't matter what job you do. If you have morale and you have the right team and people are engaged and want to be there, you have the right managers, anybody can enjoy what they do. And the reason why this is, I think it was based on a fish market, is because that is a tough, already, like, you can imagine that's a tough environment to be in. It's a market, so this fish market that it's actually talking about is in Seattle, which is on the northwest coast of the United States of America, by the, not quite up to the Canadian border. and so it's right on the coast, it's very exposed, it's cold. These guys get up early, very early in the morning, so 4 o'clock starts, which if you're not a morning person, then you know, again, that's something that you would think would lead to low morale. And yeah, you're exposed all day. You know, it's you can imagine it, but I really encourage you to read the book and even just Google. It's called Pike Place Fish, and just look at what they do. But what they've done is that basically they've found a way to turn a not so glamorous job, shall we say, into somewhere where people want to work and enjoy working. And why did this resonate with me? Is because I didn't get that feeling, that energy when I was working in industry for those 2 years. And since then, working on large sites for large contractors in the UK, is on the whole, I experience morale to be low. There are glimmers, there are, you know, where morale does become high, but on the whole it's low. So it's basically since reading these 2 books, it's been, I suppose, my life's work up to now anyway, and for the foreseeable future, is to see how we can make work environments that are more productive, happy, people enjoy going to work, want to be there and be engaged, and all these different things. Because let's face it, when you look at the time that we spend on this earth, majority of people will probably spend more time with the team at work than they will do with their families, which is crazy, and we want to enjoy that time. So as I say, my life's work is like being a catalyst from these 2 books. Is like, if a fish market on the west coast of America, you know, it's dirty, you get up early in the morning, all these different things, if that can keep that morale high, then there is no excuse why other more, shall we say, comfortable environments can do the same. So I just wanted to do this video to give you a bit of a background to where the ideas came from, where my work started, shall we say. And if you've got any comments, please comment below. Any questions, you can always contact us. Go to the website www.coachingconstruction.com and drop us an email, and we'd love to connect. So all the best and take care. Bye bye.